Hey everyone, and welcome to another ST video. And this time ST stands for Stinker because we're gonna have a look at a stinker. We're gonna have a look at Street Fighter, published by US Gold in 1988, and of course converted by, yes, Teartex, I'm afraid. So I've never played this one, but I haven't got any high hopes for it. It's supposed to be really poo, and I am very much inclined to believe that is the case. But I'm going to play it anyway, so you don't have to. But before we do that, let's have a look at the ad for the game. And the artwork doesn't seem to be very connected to the game, as was often the case. And guys, all of these faces, all of these bad guys, they look more or less quite familiar. I'm pretty sure they've borrowed these faces from whatever movie. I'm not sure from if it's one movie, probably several different ones. I think the guy to the fourth from the left definitely looks like an actor I've seen somewhere, and the others are all more or less familiar. So yeah, guys, if you know from where they've borrowed these, just please let me know, because that would be kind of fun. And the game is of course based on the arcade game with the same name, published by Capcom in 1987 and designed by Takashi Nishiyama and Hiroshi Matsumoto. And I do believe Street Fighter was a pretty big success in the arcades in both in the West and in Japan. And of course Street Fighter 2 was a huge success and kind of changed the entire fighting genre. But I don't know too much about that because, as I'm sure I've mentioned about a million times, I'm not a fighting game fan. I don't particularly enjoy this type of games, so yeah, sorry about that, but that's just the way I am. But let's just dive into this pile of excrement, aka the ST version of Street Fighter, and let's see if we can endure the pain, shall we? Got some music going here, which I believe is done by Wally Beeben, so I'm guessing this is going to be the best part of this game. And I know I'm going into this, you know, with the attitude, with a negative attitude, and I think it's kind of rightly so. But we'll see. Maybe everyone else is wrong and the game is amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with the game here, because I think we're supposed to get a title screen, not just a black screen. And this is running on real hardware, and it's not the original version of the game. I couldn't get that to work, so this is one of the cracked versions, I believe. So I think the title screen is missing. Not that we are missing much, but let's just press buttons and see if we can start this thing. Ah yes, let's go with, well, Britain. There's no sample sound effects like in the arcade game, so that's, well, no great loss. The samples weren't that great in the arcade game either, I have to say. Ryu versus Birdie. Oh yeah, oh god, yes. Oh dear god. Yeah, oh my god, the scrolling is awful. Oh god, there's some sort of like, oh man. Oh, yeah, it's already pretty bad. Oh, it's so slow. God. And there's no sound effects, just music, which I suppose maybe is a good thing. I mean, the graphics, they kind of look okay, maybe a little bit, if I'm being nice. But oh, they move about so painfully slowly. Oh god, this is, even without the scrolling, the graphics are just slowly chugging along, and I lost with it without even trying. Yeah, let's see if we can punch this guy in the crotch here. Yeah, take it. I think I read that you can pretty much just do the same attack on these guys. Was it a jump kick? I don't know how you do a jump kick, but let's see if we can figure that out. And I'm still using my CX40 joystick. I actually did find a, what do you call it, like another slick stick at a flea market just recently, which was great. And I also got some other stuff, a bunch of Amiga discs and an Atari 2600 and some other stuff. So that was a really nice deal. But sadly the joystick is a bit wonky. I think I need to clean it up a bit, so I'm still using my CX40, and I'm sure that's going to make a huge difference. And I can always blame that when I don't succeed in murdering this punk. He seems to be doing a lot more damage than I am. And it's certainly easier than the arcade game, because oh man, I played it a bit just before started recording this video, and yeah, that was pretty hard. And again, I'm not good at arcade or fighting games because I don't particularly like them. But man, it was hard. It was really, ouch. Wow, dude, you punch hard. Yes, you do. You've got a lot to learn before you beat me. Try again, kiddo. Yeah, that's true. Yep. The graphics at least looks decent, as I said, but certainly for the time, this was 87. I mean, crikey. The ST is way more capable than this. But the worst aspect is, of course, the absolutely atrociously unsmooth movement. It's awful. Can I just kick this guy like this? No, he's got a very long reach with his powerful fists. Maybe I can just roundhouse his face into next week. Yeah, maybe I can do that. This is not great. Nope. And why is his attack so much more powerful than mine? I mean, he just punches me like 3 times and I am just done for. Come on, come over here, you punk. Do you feel lucky, punk? I certainly don't. I feel awful having to play this pilot crap. And the controls are damn awful. But it's really unresponsive. You press a button and you wait a week and hopefully something happens. And then maybe it does. Or maybe it doesn't. And I keep losing against this annoying little git. Yeah, there's supposed to be an attack that you can do. Maybe it's that one. Round... What do you call it? Yeah. Come over here. Come here. I'm going to see if I can cheese your face into next week. I'm going to do this because I can't be arsed. And I want to see how horrific the next stage looks. Maybe... Yeah, this is probably the attack you could do to beat all the opponents. I just read about that. I'm going to step on your toe, sir. I'm going to push you as far to the right as I can, and then I'm just going to sit there being a cheesy bastard. Alright, I found my skills now. Let's carry on to whatever place is next, and let's enjoy some more. Oh god, we have to do this again. Why? Why? Yeah, Teartex weren't particularly well known for creating great games, and I think they did handle a fair amount of arcade conversions for US Gold, and most of them were absolutely arse. Well, look at the animation, it's horrific. Surely you could have found some more disk space to include some more frames of animation here. I think the one game that Teartex made that was decent, I think is, on the top of my mind here, is Strider. Because that game is okay. I think that was enjoyable. At least I remember it as being enjoyable. Maybe it's not anymore. Let's go kick Eagle's toes here. Yeah, I think that Strider was kind of the best game that Teartex made. If you guys know of any other, please let me know. I haven't checked the Teartex list for quite some time. Just because I don't particularly want to. I don't want to be reminded of the misery that was arcade conversions in the late 80s. I mean, there were some really good ones, but there were also quite a few horrifically bad ones. Come here, I need to step on your toes, sir. Oh, please, joystick, please. I need to cheese this guy. It's going reasonably well here. Yeah, this seems to be the move that you can do to kill everyone, which is absolutely fine by me. I don't care. Okay, he's very eager to show me his rod collection. That sounded kind of rude, but he does have 2 rods. Maybe even 3 rods. Horrible joke, sorry about that. But let's continue. Stepping on his feet, or foot really. Just kind of curious to see if the graphics get any better. Because they, as I've said, they are kind of decent. Somewhat, at least. But I would definitely say even like, International Karate is way more pretty than this. And that is a game I think that was released a year at least before this one. And that was just way better looking and much more fun to play. Oh! I've never seen this before. Is this from the arcade game? I've never gotten very far in it. That was different, I guess. Oh, we got to have to fight against a Chinese stereotype, Lee. Is your weakness your toes? I think it is. I'm just gonna wager, you know, like take a wild guess. Oh god. I wonder how much playtesting went into this one. Probably not too much. At least we got to get to enjoy the beautiful Chinese wall in low resolution and limited color space here. No one is ever going to be able to figure out my secret move here. Has it not occurred to you guys to just try maybe an attack downwards? Maybe, you know, I've got my head just about your crotch height, so maybe you could... Yeah, that could have worked. You could have kicked me in the face, but you didn't, for some reason. This is absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Let's do something different. Let's do that. I think that's going to be just as effective. Yes, I can do a roundhouse, whatever you call it, as well, and still win. Every time. Alright. Come on, show me your feet. Oh god, we're still in China. Alright. This guy's a little bit more crafty. He's like staying away because he knows that he's not going to be able to handle my infinite power of toe kicking. Another day, another bunch of broken feet, toes and such. Look at that. Look at me fly. Look at those toes break. Oh, interesting. This guy actually punched me in the face and that made hardly any damage. I'm not sure why the first guy is so damn difficult or can do so much damage. Yes, another one bites the Chinese wall. There are many guys like you all over the world. You mean like people that are expert at cheesing people's feet? Oh yeah, let's do this one again. That's I broke 3, that's pretty bad. And no one's cheering. They all look kind of confused. The people in the crowd. Retsu, alright. Retsu, let's see if we can handle my my feet crunching skills. This looks, I think, this background is probably the best looking so far. These guys apparently have no toe kicking skills of their own. Otherwise they would just do the same that I'm doing. Same boring move. And I'm gonna edit this pretty heavily. Sorry if I keep cheesing this, guys, but it's just so amazingly boring to play this game with these amazingly cruddy controls and awfully moving graphics. It's just painful. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna check the different backgrounds. That's kind of what I'm curious about now. Geki. Alright. Oh, we're still in Japan. Alright. This guy's got some serious tech going here. But, okay. Oh, he can teleport or maybe just hide himself. Disappear in a fart cloud and then, you know, kind of hide. I mean, this guy's got throwing stars and he still somehow... Well, sometimes he does hit me, so he's kind of found a way to deal with me, I suppose, but he's not doing a very good job anyway. Why is everyone falling over on the interlude screens? Oh yes, time to break stuff. Ah, crap. Well, I got 4 this time. I thought I was going to do worse. I wonder what I get if I break all of them. Probably just nothing. Points. But at least we reached States now. We've got to fight Joe. That's also kind of a stereotypical name, isn't it, for an American? But let's just kick him in the head. And then proceed to do what I usually do with feet. Break them. This guy is aggressive, but it just makes him even more vulnerable to my amazing fighting skills. Yeah, you shouldn't get stuck in a corner like that. You're no match for me. And my feet. Oh, hello, Mike. You have any new strategies to add to the mix? No. It would seem to be unlikely. Oh, well, you did punch me though, so that's good. Good for you. Oh, he actually punched me in the face and got me. Good work. You do have some new strategies going here, so that's very nice. Finally someone that's figured this out. Oh, you got me! Good for you. Does this mean that this painful experience is over? You got a lot to learn. Well, no, not really. Yes, finally, this is over. I didn't reach the final boss or whatever is at the end of this game, but honestly, I can't be bothered. This is exceptionally boring. I mean, a normal fighting game would bore me. This one just takes it to a completely different level, and yeah, I don't want to touch this ever again. But the music is nice, and the graphics are ranging from okay to a bit poo. But yeah, let's have a look at a couple of reviews and see what other people think about this game, shall we? Atari ST user was for once not that excited about it, and they gave it an overall score of 6. Interestingly enough, one of the reviewers right. This is one of the best simulations I have seen, though a bit on the easy side, recommended. So that's a bit weird, but then on the other hand, the other reviewers kind of isn't really into fighting games, just like me, and he's not too excited. He complains about the unresponsive control, and he also complained that the game was a bit too easy. ST Action wasn't at all excited about the game, and they gave it an overall of only 43%, and they write, "I can sum this up in one word: appalling. This is the most inept conversion I've seen in a long while. And the final insult is the 20 quid price tag. The graphics are very pretty, but when they move, ugh. And yeah, the animation is quite awful, and but they are quite impressed with the graphics. Maybe I was a bit too hard on the game. But there were so many good-looking games at this point on the ST. I mean, surely you could produce better graphics than this, especially if it's like an arcade conversion of a fairly popular arcade game. So yeah, it's still a bit disappointing, I would say, and I would definitely have been disappointed with this one if I got it back in the day. They also write, all the characters suffer from the way of the exploding fist syndrome, i.e. they can all be defeated by the leg sweep. Ah yes, that's what it's called, a leg sweep. That proved quite effective for me as well. And they end by saying, a waste of time, so hang on to your money. So let's remove Street Fighter from the list of ST games I want to make videos about, and let's put it on the list of games that I never ever want to play again. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Cheers.